Hello and welcome to Sasha's IGTV. It is 12 in the morning and your girl is thinking about ideas, concepts, and goals and how to develop them. So thanks for tuning in and let's get into this. What is a concept? What's an idea? What's a goal? What's the difference? How to come up with new ideas? How to develop your ideas? This is just the thing that's on my mind at 12 in the morning. So come with me on this rabbit hole that I'm going into. Anyway, why ideas? Why am I thinking about ideas? Well, that's a whole tangent. I'm not going to go into that right now, but I think they're extremely powerful. I think they're extremely important to the development of a society, to the development of your own perspective, to the development of your own reality and society's reality. And that's a whole nother thing, but I think they're extremely important. And I've just noticed from many conversations that I've had with people, especially one recently that I've had with someone, that, I keep hearing people dismantling current ideas, negating and poking holes in the ideas that we have now. Ideas and concepts and realities that we've all bought into as a society of defunding the police and capitalism and gender identities and sexuality, and there's so many different ideas and concepts and realities that are in existence right now. But what I'm not, seeing more of, I suppose, is the creation of new ideas, and for people to follow those ideas, make them into reality, and have other people that feel like they are gravitating towards those ideas, buy into those ideas to make them even more reality on a global scale, on a mass scale, instead of a micro scale. And micro, I mean in the individual. So yeah, anyway, so I have a ton of ideas all the time, and I'm like many other people that has many ideas all the time. However, many of us fail to follow through. Many of us fail to execute. And that is the difference between an idea person, the marble head statue, iconic. If you haven't seen it, maybe, I suggest you look it up. That statue that's thinking. There's the thinkers and then there's the doers, right? But there is a chance to be both the thinker and the doer. And you could just think and do by sharing your ideas. Okay, cool. So in this article at hatrabbit.com, /en/concept-development / it says concept development 101. So what is a concept? And according to this article, it says to be able to develop a strong concept, it is important to know the difference between a goal, a concept, and an idea. So I'm like, all right, cool. Walk me through this real quick, Hat Rabbit. So goal equals what you want to achieve, the what. A concept equals what you want to do to achieve your goal. And an idea equals how you want to do that, the way of implementing the concept. And I love how they really, break it down. So keep going. So I'm giving you a quick synopsis of the article. And then I'm piggybacking and building on what they're saying with my own thoughts and my own joie de vivre, so to speak. I hope I'm using that right. Joie de vivre, I think. Anyways, wait, now I got to look it up. Hold on. Define joie de vivre.
Joie de vivre means exuberant enjoyment of life.
Joie de vivre means exuberant enjoyment of life. So yes, I will be sharing that with you. Okay, cool. So goal. Your goal is the desired situation, the end result you're striving for. Once the situation is realized, you've achieved your goal. Sweet, got it. Nice. Concept. A concept is a general approach to achieving something. Concepts are broad and not concrete. A concept describes what to do, but not exactly how. That's where ideas come in. All right, this is interesting. Now, an idea is a way to carry out a concept, a way to put the somewhat vague concept into practice. A concept is like an umbrella under which many ideas can be lined up. Many different ideas can be generated to give life to it. So this is what makes concepts so powerful. There are many ways to act upon a concept. At the same time, you can use the concept to assess each and every idea. A concept is a compass guiding you to the east, to the west, to the north, and to the south. Okay, cool. It gives directions. How should we decorate this space? These are some of the questions you would ask. How should we communicate with our target audience? How should we market this project? All questions you can easily answer by looking at your concept. A powerful concept is inspired and has the potential to stay relevant for a very long time. Okay, I got to stop right there. Okay. So I love that because it should be evergreen. I love that word, evergreen, and I'm going to define evergreen.
As an adjective, it means relating to or denoting a plant that retains green leaves throughout the year.
Okay,
Do you
so
want to hear the remaining one?
no, thank you. So it says having an enduring freshness, success, or popularity. So this concept, this idea that you have has to be relevant no matter what. There's so many ideas that I've been exposed to that were written about, that were birthed. I don't know why that word is giving me the giggles, but it is. But ideas that were birthed that like a few years ago, a few decades ago, a few centuries ago, that still are relevant now and are still practiced now. So I have this book. Hold on. So just one example. So this book right here, How to Win Friends and Influence People, was written in 1936 by Dale Carnegie. This book is still a top seller. This man has long passed away. And even his predecessor, Napoleon Hill, I was going to say Napoleon Dynamite, Napoleon Hill, who wrote How to Think and Grow Rich. So, my God, How to Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich and Master Key to Riches, 2 separate books. And then, anyways, even he has passed away, and their ideas, their approach to life has still been bought into by so many people across the world because it's still relevant now. It's still evergreen. And so it's the things that they wrote about are still powerful concepts that have stayed relevant for a very long time and will continue to stay relevant. Also, if you haven't read that book, totally recommend it. How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Changed my life. Okay, cool. So let's keep going. Individual ideas often have a short lifespan. After a while, something simply isn't surprising anymore. A concept on the, okay. Individual ideas often have a short lifespan. After a while, something simply isn't surprising anymore. A concept, on the other hand, can be reinterpreted time and time again. New ways to carry out the same concept make sure the concept stays fresh. Now this is a good article. It's very simple. It's straight to the point. It's keeping my ADHD brain right on track. So I love that. And it's interesting how the ideas aren't as powerful, aka long lasting, as concepts, which is interesting. I thought ideas had the longevity, but I see that concepts have the longevity. But an idea is a way to carry out a concept. Key. I love that. So anyway, so there's a lot more to go down. I mean, something is actually not that bad. This article is pretty short, so We're going to keep rolling with this. Stay with me. If you're intrigued by this, if you like it, heart it, like it, give it a comment. I don't know why I keep going, whoa. I think it's just like ingrained in me now. I don't know how many videos I watch going, whoa. Actually, okay, woo. Going off into a tangent. Stay here. Okay. Okay. Now, going into the article a little bit more, it says guard your concept. Guarding your concept. It is very important to keep the underlying concept in mind while concrete ideas are being implemented. Make sure that each action is in line with the concept. Actions that don't fit easily weaken a concept. Key. Actions that don't fit easily. Okay, I can't speak. Actions that don't fit can easily weaken a concept. All right. Noted. Imagine Cold Blue, for instance. I don't even know what that is. The company is famous for its tagline, anything for a smile. What if the web shop would set up a complicated procedure for filling a complaint? Or if it would start packaging its product in boring plain boxes? How long would people keep associating the company with its inspiring tagline? Good question. Make sure your concept doesn't water down. Check for each action if it fits the concept. Wow, this is interesting. Okay. All right. I'm just taking it all in right now before I share everything. Okay. How do you develop a concept? Usually you generate a bunch of good ideas and use these to develop a concept. Noted. If you have a clear goal, it's easy to quickly generate many ideas. But how do you turn these ideas into one overarching concept? Okay, so step 1, find the concept behind your idea. Select the most inspiring ideas you've generated and ask yourself, what am I trying to do with this idea? The answer to this question is the concept behind your idea. Great question. I love questions, by the way. They really do help you along. And by you, I mean the individual coming up with these concepts and these ideas. They help you move along in the thinking process. So the Socratic method is always my favorite method to help me move along with my ideas and also conversate with people. But that's a whole nother tangent. Okay, cool. Okay. It says, watch out. Beware that a single idea can harbor many concepts. Write down the different answers to your question and pick the most inspiring concept. Which of the concepts immediately spark creative ideas? That's another really great question. Okay, so example of what was just said. Imagine you work for a municipality and you'd like to know the concept behind the idea. So the idea is we make the mayor drive through the city in a small, recognizable car, picking up random citizens along the way. These citizens can share their ideas during the ride. What are you trying to do with this idea? Well, that's a good question. So if it were me, it was the mayor seems more approachable. The mayor seems like a person that is open to sharing his space, his time with his constituents and values their ideas enough to hear them out. Now, that's just my thing. But it says here, in this case, multiple concepts can be identified. Concepts like we enable citizens to share their ideas for the city. I was on track for that one. We are reducing the gap between citizens and the municipality. In a sense, I kind of said the same thing, but whatever. And the last one is we make the mayor approachable for the normal resident. I said all that. Okay, so these are obviously very rough concepts. They aren't nearly ready to build a campaign around, but you launch before you launch any of these concepts, you have to refine them. You want your concept to speak to the imagination straight away. It helps, for instance, to come up with a short and catchy slogan that emphasizes the core of your concept. Okay, noted. Step 2. Generate ideas to carry out your concepts, which I love. Obviously, you already have one idea. After all, that's what you started with. But a concept can't survive on a single idea. You'll have to find other ways to carry out this concept. To find ideas to carry out your concept, ask yourself, how can I do this? Okay. All right. I have to stop here because they just ask my favorite question. And it's a very powerful question to ask yourself, or anyone else for that matter. If you're ever feeling like, and I've used this question, the how can I do blank? I've used this idea for like many years when I'm stuck on something, you know, questions like, how can I be happier? How can I be a better partner? How can I be a better business partner? How can I be a better roommate? How can I make more money in less time? How can I whatever? It is such a great question that just makes the mind go from to it like explodes your mind into infinite possibilities that you didn't think were possible. But this simple question really helps you find answers that you weren't able to see from jump. So it's really cool. I love that question. Also, one of my favorite entrepreneurs, Robert Kiyosaki, and his wife, Kim Kiyosaki, also promote this question as a really great problem-solving question. So how can I blank? All right, keep it going. We're almost done with this article, actually. So an example, imagine you've chosen the concept. We enable citizens to share their ideas for the city. In this case, possible answers to the question, how can we do this, are we place physical suggestion boxes at, this is the actionable part. So we place physical suggestion boxes at strategic places throughout the city, which I love. That's awesome. I live in New York City and I used to live in Buffalo. I don't think that that's like an implemented idea, but I don't know if that's also their purpose. Anyways, okay, tangent. Coming back. Each civil servant is assigned one vox pop hour a week to go into town and collect ideas. That's pretty cool. That's a great idea. The third one is we launch a website on which citizens can share their ideas for the city. Each week, the idea with the most votes will be discussed in the city council. That sounds like a great idea. 4, at the bottom of our letters and emails, we place a question on a specific topic, plus an email address to send ideas to. And the last one is we appoint a chief participation officer who has to implement at least one resident idea each month. Now that is a great idea. Okay. Excuse me. Now the end of this article goes, curious for more? And I'm like, yes, tell me more about it. Talk to me, Harry said, tell me all about it. A kiss on the hand may be quite continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. Oh. Okay, so my brain is on like 10 right now. Okay, cool. So it says curious for more. Obviously, this article was merely a brief introduction on the topic of concept development. Would you like to know more, or are you curious to know if we can help you with the development of a great concept? Send us an email and let's discuss the possibilities. Okay, Hat Rabbit, I tip my hat off to you, pun intended. That was a great article. Very quick, very informative, but like didn't go so deep that I got lost in the sauce. But if I wanted to, I could. So I'm gonna save this real quick into one of my folders. And yeah, so that's the whole article about how to develop concept development 101. And I love this. I really do think that the more ideas that we have that can create concepts and then can create overarching long-term evergreen goal that people can buy into, that is beneficial for the collective, not just the individual, is a skill worth developing and something worth investing your time in. I sure do that. Whether it be sharing it through video, through audio, or through the written word. All of them are very powerful, of course. But yeah, so if you like this video, you know, like, follow your girl. I think I'm going to be doing more of these because, like, why not, right? I'm sure I'm not the only one, like, thinking about this stuff. I doubt that I'm the only one thinking about this stuff. If there's anything that I know, if you think you're the only one going through it, just know, boo, you ain't. There's probably a few thousand other people, or at least a few hundred other people. And there's like a billion, 7-ish billion people on this planet. So I'm sure, like, I'm not the only one that thinks about this stuff. So yeah, if you're like with it, let me know. I don't know why I just turned real hood with the popping of my tongue. Anyway, so yeah, and I am going to read more about this, and yeah, so stay tuned for more of this. Stay tuned for more of me, you know, and by this I mean me, my joie de vivre. Oh, I like that, joie de vivre, joie de vivre. Okay, I think this video has gone long enough. Anyways, deuces.